Dick and Boonies podcast. Together again. Together again. But the keep it together again. The basic stir. Dirty morning door. No! 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 Put on the door. Oh my God, it's amazing. You could have.
Oh, wow.
Are you going to roll the intro or no?
That was.
That's the intro?
Together again. Together again.
Where is Ben? Is he not going to be here?
Oh, he'll be back.
Oh
I'm
my
sure.
God. Okay, so
Hey, world.
he's got to run the switcher, but okay, well, welcome to another episode of the Dick and Boonies podcast. I'm Dick,
I'm Boonies.
and today we have a special guest. He is the self-proclaimed most famous person in the 85018. What else?
Without being a.
No, you guys, it's the biggest celebrity in Old Town without being a professional athlete, musician, or entertainer from 04 to 08.
That was your sweet spot?
Yes,
That 4 years
that was my sweet spot.
It's Doug GOURLEY. Let's give it up for Doug GOURLEY.
Doug GOURLEY's in the house.
Thank you for being here, Doug. We've talked about you many times on the podcast.
Yep.
You were supposed to do the podcast,
Yes.
and you just
Fucking bailed on us.
That was my mother-in-law's fault.
Okay,
that'll happen.
tell. What the fuck happened, Doug?
So, I was planning to come because, as you know, I'm. Is this close enough? Hello?
You're good.
You could bring it in a little
Okay,
bit.
yeah. So, big fan of the show, obviously. I've been wanting to be on this forever, and so
Okay.
we had it all planned, and
We did.
I was supposed to come into town, and then literally like the day before I was supposed to come into town, my mother, we have a river house up in Needles on the Colorado River, and something happened with the trailer where she desperately needed my help, and so I had to go. It's my mother-in-law.
Gotta
And-
do it.
Yeah, got to do it.
Yep.
And so, unfortunately, I was not able to be a part, but we're here now. So,
Okay.
That's good reason.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And here, yeah.
The reason is fine,
Yeah.
All right.
acceptable.
We'll accept that.
It's the truth.
Now, the way that you just didn't tell us about it.
Well, yeah, I forgot to. I forgot to tell you that I wasn't coming.
Okay. I don't know.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
But here you are.
And
here
thank
I
you
am.
and thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We're
It's
very
the honor,
excited.
The honor is over here.
Okay, I have a feeling this is just going to unfold perfectly. I know it will.
All right.
How just for the listeners in Russia, because we're big in Rush.
Okay,
We're big in
alright.
Russia. So for them, really quickly, how do we know you? And how did our relationship begin?
Okay, so it all started back in 1985, 86-ish.
When Richard was born.
Yeah, so basically, I've known Richard. I've known you pretty much your whole life. I first met Ben the summer before kindergarten at Tavon.
Ben is my brother.
Yes, and you guys lived down the street from me. And I remember riding my bike down, what is that, 49th or 50th place, whatever it is. And I saw Ben and Gordon playing basketball in front of the 4921 East Mitchell house.
I can't believe
That
you
fucking
remember.
memory.
Of course, he remembers it.
Yeah.
And I was 5. Oh, sorry. Hello. Me and Ben were both 5, and it was like a month before kindergarten started at Tavon, and the rest is history.
How big were you when you were 5? 6'2"?
No, I don't know. I was bigger.
6'2",
I was a big boy.
182 pounds?
I was a big boy for sure. But no, I literally, you were born in August of what now?
August of what now? 1985.
Okay, so that makes perfect sense. So your mom had just had you, I think. You were maybe 2 weeks old when me and Ben first met.
That's unbelievable.
And
That's
so
wild.
I've literally known you your whole life. But
So you and Ben just best friends.
yeah, he is my best friend on earth still to this day. So we've known each other 35 years.
Cam and I have always sort of viewed your guys' relationship as a very similar one,
Yeah.
similar
Yeah.
one to Cam and I's, except for Cam and I became friends later in life. But there was the tall, skinny, goofy guy,
Yeah.
and then like the protector.
Yeah.
And that was like the same similar dynamic. So
It's like Robin Big, kind of.
okay, so what happened with Afterburner?
Oh God, dude, this is amazing. This is amazing. Okay.
What happened with Afterburner?
Dude, I'm so glad you're
Is
asking
this
about
Sega?
this. Yes. So this is the first Sega Master System, and this is in the old house, 4921.
Yes, back
Ben and
there.
Gordon's room, and you were taking a nap. You were probably I'm 7, so you're probably maybe a year and a half, 2 years old.
Okay.
And you're taking a nap, and me and Ben have been playing Afterburner for like the whole summer. We couldn't beat it, and finally, like Ben goes to the bathroom, and I'm like on the final level, and just boom, I beat it. I was like, oh my God! And I'm like, Ben, I beat Afterburner, and the door comes flying open, and I'm like, Ben, and it's Chuck Carlise going, "You woke up, Richard." And I'm like, I just pure terror, just immediately cries. She's like, "Get out of the house! You woke him up!" I run out of the house crying.
Jesus.
But yeah, 7 years old Chuck Carlise just, "What are you doing?" So I was terrified.
Oh my God.
I was terrified.
That's one of my favorite fucking
Yes.
stories of all
I
time.
love
Yeah.
that story too, man.
Dude, it's anyone knows Chuck, you can imagine the terror.
Yep.
Yeah. If you've listened to, God, I can't remember what episode it is. If you want to go back, you find it. The sperm donor, that episode, that's the one with my father. You can get to know him. This is the person that Doug's talking about.
Yeah.
And you can tell in that episode, he's kind of abrasive.
Yeah.
He could be pretty abrasive, and he was in his prime at that time. He
Oh,
was like
God.
my age,
Yeah.
and so he was fucking.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God. We were terrified of
And when he got his kid down, it was the best.
Oh,
and then,
yeah.
And then he had Doug Gourley.
wake you up. Fuck.
Well, and just
you.
imagine you think it's your best friend coming in to celebrate with you,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
it's just Chuck. Oh,
Did he make you go home?
Dude, yes, I ran to the house crying, man.
would've- yeah.
It's like, get out! And I'm, "Ah!"
Get out. He just says,
Yeah.
get out.
Yes, I was. He didn't even have to tell me to leave. I just ran. My God.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, I remember. Oh, yeah. So that was Afterburner.
Okay, so
But no, I mean, kind of coming back. And I don't know if. But I remember listening to your guys' first podcast, but we are very similar. And I enjoyed your guys' first podcast about being over at Barb Cook's and the Kudos bars. And
Yep.
did you
know
get in
all
on
about
some
it.
of that? Did you get any of
no,
that?
I do remember those days. I went over there a few times. Me and Christian weren't too close back then, but
He was also older than you, right?
no,
No.
me and Chris were
They're
same grade.
Same grade, yeah.
But I would go over there occasionally, like
Yeah.
with like Owen and like D and a couple other guys. But I remember the Kudos bar.
Wait, hold on a second.
yeah.
Chris
Everyone does.
Chris was Ben and Doug's
Yeah,
year?
99. 99.
I
Yep.
thought he was Gordon's year.
No, he was
No.
99.
Okay, well,
Yeah. But in any case,
that's odd.
yeah.
Why was he friends with Gordon then?
He just was.
He just was, man. Chris was friends with
Chris-
everybody.
Chris,
Yeah.
Matt Brunst, Wayne, all those guys were friends with Gordon and Tyler Mark and all those guys.
Yep.
Okay, so you've been a family friend. You've been a family
Yeah.
for my whole life.
Yep.
And there was a time when you were drinking, we'll get to that,
Yeah.
where you would let me know that every single time I would see you.
Yeah.
Fucking touches you.
That's one of my favorite
Dude.
parts from that. Yeah. Your voice did this to me.
Anyone fucking touches
Yeah.
you.
I was very passionate about you guys.
You're a very passionate person, Doug.
Yeah, you are. Musician,
Yep.
Yep.
drummer.
Skins, yeah, buddy.
Yep.
All right,
Drummer.
do you want to plug your the band you're
Well,
working
so
with?
I'm not in the band anymore.
Wait, what?
It ended when I did my stint.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Was that just okay? So, Doug's also in recovery,
Yes.
right?
Yes, I
And-
am in recovery. I'm proud to say that I have 94 days clean and sober.
My man. That's awesome.
Yep.
That's the
Absolutely.
shit, bro.
Yep, yep,
The
yep.
90-day mark, well, 90 plus.
Yeah.
So you got to get your chip
Yeah, definitely. You
or
need to
key
get that
tag
chip.
or whatever it is. Got to get that chip.
That chip.
So, okay. So you got sob
Yes.
and you couldn't be in the band anymore because was that just a choice?
No,
Was that-
well, it was basically a forced choice that needed to happen. So basically, long story short, I'll give you the background of how I joined this band. When
Yes.
I used to work at a company called Royce Digital Systems in Irvine, an IT hardware and software reseller, I was the hardware rep, and we were paired up with the consumable rep. So we were selling printers, and so I handled Orange County and the Inland Empire, and I had my colleague Eric Vetter, no relation to Eddie Vetter.
Yeah.
He is.
I thought it was.
He was a native of Orange County, 52-year-old, like true Cali punk. Been playing bass for 30 years. And he had been, just asking me nonstop, I want to start another band. I need a drummer. And I told him I don't have drums. I sold them before I moved to California and haven't played in 9 years, gave him every excuse under the sun not to play.
Right.
And so he said, well, it just so happens I bought my wife a kit, and it just so happened to be the exact same kit I used to play, which is a 5-piece Pearl Export series set. And so
he bought his wife.
Yeah, at a garage sale. He did a lot of eBay stuff.
Okay.
And one of the things that he bought it with the intent to sell it at a profit, fix it up a little bit and sell it, but his wife liked it. She wanted to start learning how to play drums. She tried playing it once, didn't like it, so it sat in the garage. And so basically, long story short, once we started working together and the excuse was gone that I didn't have a set, he goes, I got a set for you. And so the band was formed. And that was a little over 2 years ago, August of 2018. And then it was a ska punk band. We started off as the Step Ups, and then our lead singer quit. And then his stepdaughter became the lead singer.
Ah.
And we then became.
What was the name of the band?
The Stepdaughters.
Okay, that's right.
And so we were a ska punk band, mainly punk with ska influences, kind of the upstroke,
What were the other bands you were in?
Those were the only two when I was out there. So,
But what was the
But
first
in
band?
life,
You were
Oh.
you were in Ike's Likes Lettuce.
okay, so Ike's, if you want to get back technical, yeah. Ike Likes Lettuce with Ben and Mitch Christensen, and I actually played.
And Mitch is a great musician, right?
Oh, he could play one string, but
It's like why?
what
true
did Mitch
story.
play?
He played guitar.
Yeah.
Ben
did
played
he?
bass, and I played.
It was insane.
I played like the very first practice. I played an oscillating fan as my hi hat, and like pots and pans.
Yeah.
Really?
And I'm dead serious over at David Dad's house. And then my mom bought me a drum set for Christmas, and then we started, just messing around. Me, you, Gustafson.
Yeah.
And then Naib formed,
Right.
and
Naib.
Mike Steinmetz
Anthony.
Mike was the original drummer,
Mm-hmm.
and
Anthony
And-
Pereira, Eric Gustafson, Ben Heckman, and originally
Mike Steinmetz.
Mike Steinmetz.
And then I don't know what happened with Mike or why he left, but he left the band and I joined, and we only played two real shows, both with you guys. But we played a bunch of house parties. We were the king of the house party circuit.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
hit a couple of Tucson shows.
yeah, and in fact, some of the greatest footage ever your dad has is me throwing a fit on stage after I broke my snare head and my bass head, which is not my
Yes.
most proud moment.
Dude, I
but-
remember when we were before you started jamming with me, we had this little band and Pitha was the singer.
Brick.
And no, that was a band that we like looked up to.
That was
They were a
yeah.
local band. They were fucking awesome.
Actually,
metal.
one of the members of Brick is the guy who uploads the audio format of this show.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought that was
Small
like one of
World?
your guys' is just names randomly.
No.
No.
They were an established, Boston's regular metal band.
They were part of that.
Well,
That
shame
we
on me
were-
for
local
not
circuit.
knowing.
Yeah,
that we
yeah.
were just so into.
Okay.
But I remember we had Brandon's drum set up in my parents' backyard. It was like a party I was having for my birthday, and you got on the kit, and I forget who it was, but somebody said
They're like,
something
"You
to
suck!"
and they set you off, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, who said
the
that?
fuck said
Who
that?
said that?
Yeah.
Tell me who said that.
And then my brother's like, "All right, Doug, come on, man. It's
Yeah.
like they're kids
Yeah.
and shit."
I don't care. I don't care.
Probably like he's hitting really hard. He's gonna break something.
Dude. But yeah.
So
Okay, so where were we?
Here's my-
Naive.
Oh, you were asking about the bands. And
yeah, so you were naive. That was
Yeah.
like a kind of like a
we had
friend
all the talent in
local-
the world and no drive, basically.
hey.
Hey.
It's not like we don't.
No,
subscribe.
you guys. I mean, we could talk about you guys all day. You guys, in my opinion, you ruled Phoenix for a number of years, and I'm your number one fan.
What were the years that
We had
were,
a lot of drive to go get weed.
Yeah.
No, you guys. Let's see, what were those years? Those were like probably the late '90s, early 2000s, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yep.
mean that's when Stuck Mode formed.
And then CFC.
Yeah, Taylor was the one who gave me the Deftones CD and was like, "Learn root," and I was like, "You got it." Betrayal.
What was that?
That was a Brick song.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
That's the-
Naive was the shit though. You guys
Yeah.
fucking threw down.
I think I know-
Mason jar shows, dude.
And I'm pretty sure I know why Mike left the band. It was because he was playing like a 7/12. You know, when you were trying to play like a 4/4.
He wasn't
Right?
always in tempo, I
Right.
guess you could say.
Yeah, you're very sweet. He was and you know what? Have you seen his painting?
I haven't. I have not.
Oh my God! Follow him. Follow your goddamn old buddy on Instagram.
And his welding work is unreal.
Maybe I'm a little old fashioned, but I'm not hip to the jive of all like the Instagram. I'm not on any social media.
You're
right
not
now.
hip to the jive.
I might be a little old school, but I'm not hip to the jive
or whatever you want to say. No, dude, I miss Steiner. I love him to death.
Yeah, he does these amazing oil paintings that are
Yeah.
absolute. Like they blow my fucking mind. I had no idea he was that artistic. But so you were Naive, and then what was the band that came after that? You were in the Aquabats?
No. Oh,
you opened for the
Okay, no.
Aquabats,
So
right?
here, I'll tell you. This is actually one of claim to fame.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So
We gotta hear all the claims
So
to fame.
before Naive, I'm glad you brought this up. I was actually in a band, a surf music band.
Oh, okay.
Called the Shaolin Fist of Death.
Yes, Shaolin, dude.
With Jeremy Steenblick, Nick Jasinovic, and Jake Riley.
That's right.
SFOD for life, baby.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And no lyrics, all surf music, like Dick Dale stuff. Our biggest hit was we covered it like a Man or Astroman song, if you're familiar with them. And then we also we basically did the Godfather thing, but a surf style. But in any case, I forget who had a connection to the Aquabats. But we got asked to open for the Aquabats at the Bash on Ash. It was the first show I'd ever played, and I was so goddamn nervous. I was like shitting my pants, but we had a good stick because we had like kind of these shoes on with checkerboard like board shorts on, geese, like a bald mask, and like a Fu Manchu mustache.
Yeah.
And the Aquabats loved us, but it was so cool because Travis Barker
He was the drummer.
was the drummer of that, and I'm like, who is? I had no idea who he was at the time. He's like as tall as this, water bottle here, but he's like, dude, he's like, you look like you should be playing football, but you can keep it beat. And I'm like, thanks, bro.
Totally.
So that was awesome. But yeah, Shaolin Fist of Death. That was the one and only show we played, though. At least that I played with them.
For some reason, I always remembered you just being in the Aquabats.
No, I was never in the Aquabats. We opened for the Aquabats at
And I thought that was at the Nile. It was at the Bash.
Bash on Ash, the one that was next to McDuffie's. That bar. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was a cool joint.
It was.
It was big.
You guys played
nice
the Bash
sized
on
stage.
Ash.
Oh yeah,
All the time.
Bunch.
Yeah. Dude, is that the show I fell asleep on the monitor?
No, that was at
Richard
Martini.
launched off my back.
That was at Martini.
Who falls asleep on a stage monitor
With
blaring?
With a beer in your hand, probably.
but also like dancing at the same time. You were asleep dancing.
Yeah.
You were definitely one of our biggest fans, for sure.
Yeah. But
Which
and you
was,
know
like,
what?
A very odd thing. 'Cause
I was the biggest fan, but I was also probably the worst fan because I've never paid to get in. I'd always be like, "Put me on the list, bro. Put me on the list."
Always. Oh yeah.
That's fine.
Hey, can you put me on the list?
It's not like we really made any money off of
The
those.
list.
The most
Yeah.
shows, the most money we ever made was at the Jar.
Really?
Nah, not really, but those were paying gigs for sure because you're selling tickets.
And Taylor would have to go collect
yeah, across
in
the
Marco's house behind the jar. There was some fucking wild shit that went on in there, man.
Okay, so there was Shaolin Fist of Death.
Yeah. So Shaolin Fist of Death, Naive, and then I took a 10-year,
Hiatus.
probably longer than that. Shit. Oh, am I allowed to cuss on there?
Don't worry, we'll bleep it.
So no, but but you know what? Actually, me, Ben, and Eric tried to revive the group. I want to say towards like our mid to late 20s, I think, Ben. And we went to Aztec Storage Unit and got a unit, but we never had a singer. We just wrote some songs, and it kind of fizzled out real quick. But yeah, then I moved to California, and then I was in the Step Ups and then the Stepdaughters. And with the Stepdaughters, we actually did some stuff. So what was cool about that is, even though he's not my friend, or, you know, we kind of had a falling out, he was my best friend out in California, Eric Vetter, the bassist, but he had been playing shows and he had been in so many different bands. We never had problems getting gigs because he knew all the promoters. He'd played in every club. You name a club, he'd played in it, played punk rock bowling up in Vegas, all these ska punk festivals. So it was a really cool experience because we played show after show after show. And it's just unfortunate the way it ended because we got a little too wild and, you know.
Do you care to share?
No, I'm more than happy to share.
Because I think this is this the one of the stories that sort of led you to getting sober?
Yeah.
So I have not heard it.
Okay.
I haven't seen you in.
No, I know.
We barely talked.
So long.
I mean,
Yeah.
when you were still drinking, we would get 6,000 texts in the middle of the night.
I love you guys. I'm sitting on my patio crying, thinking of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Which I mean is lovely, and
Which
you
is
still have
great.
sent
Yeah.
texts like that since you've been sober because that's like in your heart.
Yeah.
But I would like to. I think people find that sort of interesting how people get into recovery.
The
Yeah.
turning.
I think-
what was the turning?
Yeah, I think it's
point.
I think it's
So
important.
really what happened is we were running amok for a while. And so, you know, I guess somebody once said drug addicts don't like to do drugs alone. And that is the God's honest truth. But he was truly my best friend out there.
Eddie Vedder.
Eric Vetter.
Okay.
And, you know, we worked together, and for a while we were successful at what we did. So we would go on sales calls, close a big deal, and then, you know, we go get some drugs, go to a bar, and that started off at maybe once or twice a week. And then it slowly turned into almost every day of the week, and it just became a daily routine. And because we were in a band together, we worked together, we were always together, it just seemed so normal. And what I didn't realize at the time is that I was having the time of my life, but my wife and children were living a nightmare.
Right.
And so that kind of that did it all. And so then I actually I went to work for a different company, but I was still in the same band with them. So we saw each other a little bit less, so that it kind of calmed down for a while. But really, that put it into a tailspin was in April 1st, actually, April Fool's Day of this year, I got laid off, and I was a COVID casualty. And
Oh, is that right?
Just work wise, you didn't have.
no, yeah, I want to clarify, America. Doug GOURLEY never had COVID. So
you never had COVID.
no, I was a COVID casualty. They due to cutbacks.
Yeah,
it was,
of course.
and so that's really when it got out of control. And so I, started feeling sorry for myself. Was blaming everybody else for my problems, and that's really when it just kind of got out of control. I was drinking and drugging every day, all day, every day, and it just became this pattern that could not be kept up. And so on July 17th of this year, my wife came to me and she said, well, you got two choices. One, you could continue doing what you're doing, or two, you can go to rehab well, basically, she said, you'll never see me or the children again. I'll make sure of that. Or you can go to rehab and we can try to fix this. So obviously, I chose rehab. And I thank God that I did. I actually didn't go straight into rehab because we couldn't get into this facility. It was called Akua Mind and Body out in Costa Mesa. And at first, I was kind of hesitant. I didn't want to go in. I felt that I could, every drug addict, I could fix myself.
Yeah.
But I did stay clean for a week before I went in. So I only had to do 1 day of detox. Thank God, because I've heard horror stories about detox, but
Right.
And I was an upper guy, just if anyone's wondering. Whatever.
Yeah.
Not that matters, but
It does a little bit for the withdrawal and the detox, because detoxing from alcohol is deadly.
yeah.
It really is, especially if you're a daily drinker, kind of all-day drinker. When you become chemically dependent on alcohol, you can have hallucinations, you can have a heart attack,
Yeah.
you can have seizures. Cocaine, the detox from that is, it's pretty light as far. It's a lot of sleeping, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But the alcohol detox is the scariest. It's the
Yeah.
one that can kill you the fastest, unless you're on a whole bunch of Adderall, that kind of shit.
That you hit the nail on the head. I was Adderall, cocaine, and alcohol. Those are my three.
So the Adderall is a scary one too.
Yeah.
See so I was heroin.
Yeah.
Or opiates. Now that one you feel like you're gonna die.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
want to die.
Yes.
You are crawling on the ground and you think you would take death any day of the week.
Yes.
0 cases of death as a result to detox from heroin.
You just feel like you're going to.
You just feel like it.
Now, in
alcohol and the Adderall situation, now those are 2 scary ones.
Yeah.
Actually, I went to a rehab, and we'll get back to your story real quick. But I went to rehab one of the several times that I went, and there was a guy. He had a shaved head, and he had a huge gash from like the back of his head to like the midway point. It was all had stitches all the way through. It was all bloody and shit.
Yeah.
Where he was using, Xanax. He was
Xanny
on
bars.
So Xanny bars is also those
Yeah.
are really dangerous too. He was doing like Xanny bars and heroin, and he went in and went to jail and he detoxed and he had a seizure and he fell back and he split his head
Jesus.
open. So there's a lot of crazy stories that I've heard that are related to that. But so you went in, you only had to do 1 day of detox.
Yeah, because I was clean for a week. So, like I said,
how was that though?
It actually wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be, just because I had my alternative was I was going to lose my wife, my children, my house, my car, and my bank account, be forced to move back to Arizona and never see my kids again.
Right. So it was less physical, more like an emotional, or your habit, the addicted to the habit. It wasn't like the physical thing where you're like, I got to drink or I'm feeling shitty.
The alcohol was more of a subsidiary, if you kind of follow me. Like, the Adderall I needed after a while. I needed. And so the Adderall, I would take the Adderall.
Were you prescribed?
I was prescribed Adderall. And in California, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of doctors who are just drug dealers with script pads. I'll tell you that much.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I had a prescription, but I would go through my prescription, 30 pills in about 7 or 8 days. And then I was able to find street Adderall.
Yeah.
And I was just spending, I lost track of the amount of money, but it was a lot.
You don't want to even think about it.
Yeah. So, but long story short, ended up going into rehab July 24th. The first week I was very defiant. I thought I didn't need a 12-step program, that I could kick the habit, was telling everybody in there, I'm going to be out of here in a week. They're like, okay. And then I remember having the turning point for me was about a weekend, because you have a therapist in there, and they do one-on-one sessions with you, but also family sessions. And so I did my first family session with my therapist and my wife over Zoom. And I remember looking at my wife, and she was absolutely broken. She's just bawling her eyes out, snot coming down her face, and it was all because of me. And she's like, I'm begging you, like, you're in there, just try it. And so it's like a light switch went off on me. And I was like, fuck it. Okay, I'm going to do this. I dove straight into the fucking big book, started working a program, got a sponsor, started participating in groups. And it was like overnight, this change in me when I was like, oh my God, like, I am an addict. I might be a highly functioning addict, but I'm a fucking addict. They make you do all these like consequence works, all these things. And, I thank God that I did it. And, my only regret is I wish I would have done it sooner, because it completely changed my life for the better. I have the best relationship I've ever had with my wife, and 10 years we've been together. Yeah. My kids see a huge change in me. I told them I was going to happy camp, and they're like, Daddy's happy now. So long blabbering story short, 94 days clean and sober, and it's the best decision I ever made.
Are you and your wife just fucking?
Well, yes, but
just say yeah.
But no, well, so she was a surrogate for her sister while
Wait, what?
Yeah, we can go into that too.
She's pregnant?
Well, no, so when I got out of rehab, she had just given birth, I think like a week before I got out. And she was a surrogate for her sister, because her younger sister couldn't get pregnant. I forget why. They spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on IVF.
Oh my God.
So I had to wait 6 weeks after I got out of rehab before I can,
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Did they tie her up tight?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Did she do it vaginally?
Yeah, oh yeah, no, yeah. Dude, I guess the third kid came out just flew right
Just
out.
fall out.
So yeah, they need to tie it up a little bit.
No, my first kid, it was it was like 12-hour labor.
Oh my god.
My daughter was like 12 hours. My son came out pretty quick, and then this kid's obviously not
this
mine.
one just fell out.
Yeah.
So is it the younger sister's husband's sperm?
it's their embryo and stuff. So
Wow. Do they make that happen before they put it in?
yeah. And so they had
Or did he have sex with your wife?
no, I would not.
was waiting for it
that I would not allow. No.
Or did he put it in?
No.
himself?
They freeze it and they put it in. So, but
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't know.
That's a move, dude. That's
Yeah.
like a fucking
That's
big.
it's my wife's younger sister, and she wanted the kid like her whole life, and she just, for whatever reason, they couldn't get pregnant, and she's married to a very wealthy gentleman, and they literally spent probably upwards of $300,000 in IVF, and it just wouldn't work.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, they tried naturally, wouldn't work. Spent probably close to $300,000, and I think it was like their second to last embryo that they had that they put in my wife, and
No shit.
Man, I mean, you could have done it in the butt.
put it in my butt.
Yeah. You want to do it in my butt?
Yeah.
In my butt?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fucking crazy.
That is crazy.
So you guys see, the only reason why I asked that, because it is funny, but at the end of the day, when I got out of rehab, I just wanted to fuck.
Oh no, trust me, I was just like, let's do this.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't.
She sucked you off, right?
Yeah.
You said open book. I'll keep it. I'll tone it down.
No, keep it coming.
Or
Keep
I'll
it
just go
coming.
like this.
Let's just say we did other things besides intercourse in the
She ate your butthole. Perfect.
Not that, but yes.
Okay. Did we
That's
actually?
the first thing you wanted done when you
It's like, excuse me, I've been waiting for this. Let me bend over.
So how
Okay.
long were you in there for?
I was in for 30 days, and then I did 30 days outpatient. So 60 days total. But yeah, I got a sponsor. I'm actually on my 9th step. Ironically enough, part of the reason I came to town was do some night step living amends to my sisters and my mom.
Oh, nice.
And so I did those. My mom was like in tears about it, but whatever. And
Because she wasn't really privy to what was going on.
Well, so like that, and see, that's what made it so easy for me to do what I was doing out there. I couldn't have gotten away with running around like I was.
You would have had more of your
'cause,
homies looking at you.
Well, right over
looking
here
after
would have
you. Yeah,
known.
for sure.
And
Yeah.
so when you're 360 miles away, I don't know anyone can see that
And you're
far,
just chilling with an old rocker from Cali. Just
Yeah, and so, but
Whatever happened to him?
Okay, so we had a falling out because
Here, make sure that mic's up on you.
we actually had a falling out. Could you hear me the whole time?
yeah.
We might have to do this whole thing over.
No, I just because you were getting
Okay.
you're fine. Don't.
No, so he discouraged me from going to rehab. He said I did not need to go to rehab. And, if he really truly was the friend I thought he would be like, yeah, go to rehab. You need to go. And he was hell-bent. I think partially he
needed you to do it with them.
Well, no,
right?
he wanted somebody to run around with, but he also knew the band would end if I went to rehab because my wife would not allow me to see him again. And it's better that the band ended because, I want my wife and kids, and rather than some ska punk band that we made no money in.
Yeah, I mean the choice is pretty simple.
That you can always do whenever if you want.
Exactly.
I would have to say that Cam's probably hitting on some things that are accurate as far as him. Not that he needs somebody to run around with necessarily, but if you're going to rehab, there's no way in hell he's not looking at himself going like,
Sure.
well, a guy that I was doing the same shit with, he's going off to rehab. It at least brings it up for him. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
And he I'm sure was like, he's the one who needs fucking rehab or whatever.
Yeah.
And
I
he's
don't
probably
need shit.
thought about it numerous times in his life.
Well, he had been to rehab prior because he was a recovering addict at one point, but, is what it is.
Well, so that was the end of the band.
Yeah, that was the end of the band. I guess they're trying to get back together. Me and him have started texting again.
Okay.
Because he was truly, we had some good times together. I'm not talking just, the drugs and alcohol. We had a connection there, but it's
And you work together, so
yeah, and we worked together for a long time, and so we're civil with each other now.
Nice.
But I can never be in a band with him again because I'm afraid. I don't know if I could control myself. So
Here's the bottom line, dude.
he's too much of an enabler, if you
Yeah,
will.
and I mean, if he's gonna, you're pretty fresh, dude. You don't
Yeah,
really want to be
94
around
days.
it. You know what I mean?
94.
Okay, real quick, I want to talk about this story.
Okay.
It's gonna lead us into something that I had segmented that doesn't make any sense anymore. But
Okay.
so you went to work for my dad, right? Let's
Yeah.
talk
Oh,
about
this
it.
is another good one.
So my dad is
Get all the skeletons out.
Yeah, so my dad is the president of a commercial real estate company,
Mm-hmm.
and Doug GOURLEY decided he wanted to try to go work for my dad. What happened?
So this is how much time do we got? No, so your dad actually, this is something I can own up to now because
course.
just what I've learned in rehab and about accepting responsibility, acceptance, the whole 9 yards.
Okay.
But your dad went out on a limb for me, and I pretty much just gave him the bird in a way, because so basically what happened is he. Like you said, president of commercial real estate firm, and I was in the middle of getting my real estate license, and because of a prior DUI that I had gotten, actually 2 that I was charged with in my early 20s.
Can't do.
Yeah. So, but I was never convicted of either. So,
that's
what?
Yeah.
But you had the thing. You had the.
No, that was my third.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I mean, you're not an addict.
They finally got one.
Exactly.
They got one to stick.
I have a funny
I'm just
story for
kidding,
that
sorry.
too. No, we can get to that.
You had that thing dialed in.
Oh, dude, I had it for 3 years. Fuck.
You did?
So anyway, so basically what happened was
my God.
Chuck basically said, "Hey, I know I had kind of a legal battle going on with the state of Arizona to actually get my license because I had graduated real estate school and I had passed the state test, and they're supposed to just hand you your license. Well, even though I never got charged with or convicted of the DUI, I had the thing. So he basically is like, you're gonna get your license here in like a month. So he brought me and a couple guys on board, and we were kind of junior associates. They were grooming us, and he basically went on a limb and vouched for me to his boss, the owner, and said, no, Doug's a good guy. He's going to be great at doing this. And so while I was working there, kind of pseudo working there for a couple hours a day, learning the ropes, taking sales training classes, we had to go to the ICSC event, International Council of Shopping Centers event that was held at the Doubletree off of Scottsdale Road and like Lincoln or McDonald's, somewhere right up there.
Yeah.
And so, but they paid for us to go there. So mind you, he's already gone on a limb trying to bring me into the office and give me a job, a lucrative position that would have been, while I'm fighting this legal battle to get my real estate license from the state. And they pay for us to go to this week-long event, and we have to attend every seminar. They take attendance, and so towards the end of the week, I'd gone to all these classes, and because I was a rookie there, and there were some seasoned brokers in there, I got up to use the restroom, and because I had the rumbles. And so so I had to go take a shit. And when I came back, they had taken my seat, so I had nowhere to sit.
And you were like, what the fuck?
And I was like, what the hell is this? Selfish, self-centered Doug GOURLEY, who no one fucks with me. What is this? And instead of just sitting on the fucking ground and taking it, it's hazing,
Yeah.
it was going to happen sooner or later. I was like, fuck it, I'm leaving. So I left this place early, and I think it was like the very last session of the whole week. And I'm like, it's okay. I'm not going to. But they even say, if you miss even one session, you will not get your certificate.
Yep.
And so I didn't. I was like, fuck it. And so that was on a Friday. And I went home, didn't think anything of it. And I was going to I remember even thinking to myself, if Chuck calls and says, hey, I heard you want a session, I was going to tell him, well, I have a good reason. And so he calls me Monday.
Someone took my seat.
Yeah. I had to get up and take shit. Someone took my sheet. I mean, come on. And so he calls me Monday morning and he goes, Doug, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He's like, I got all these ICSC certificates and you don't have one. Why? And I told him the story, and he goes, "That is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard."
Yeah.
And believe it or not, I was like heartbroken. I started bawling because I realized right then the severity of the situation and what he had done for me, and how I betrayed him and just was like, "Fuck you," you know. And I've told him later in life, it actually was a very good learning lesson for me, because up until that point, I'd been getting away with murder, you know, not literally murder. Don't take that, you know, but you know, I could do anything I wanted.
You murdered someone,
you know, and so
we're gonna get to that.
We know it.
But it taught me a very valuable lesson. Like, you got to finish things out, and you know, it helped me in sales later in life, in my, you know, for what I do now. And you know, I was very successful at what I do, but it was a very good learning lesson. And I've apologized to him immensely since, and actually thanked him for firing me. But yeah, that's what happened.
So up until about 6 hours ago, I thought you were in commercial real estate.
Oh, no.
And so I had this little thing planned.
And played in the Aquabats.
Yeah. So I've known you my whole life. I thought you were in the Aquabats. I thought you were in real estate. And I didn't know your wife was getting pounded by some other guy. So
neither did I.
So I was like, okay, how am I going to work this in? Because I wanted to do something fun with you.
Well, we can still do it. I still know everything about commercial real estate.
So this isn't necessarily about commercial real estate. This is about businesses.
I know business.
Okay, so we'll fucking see, Doug. And
we will see.
We'll fucking see. And you know what? Do we have a dinging noise?
I'm excited for this.
Just like a ding? Yeah. Okay. Where's the fucking thing?
Can you guys hear us okay?
Yeah, Doug, we can hear yourself.
Yeah.
You don't even need a mic, is what I realized.
Turn up my treble.
Here's our little.
Oh, this is like official. Here, you want to move my water?
Yeah.
There it is.
Perfect. Naked Hawaii. Which reminds me, I have a poem that I wanted to read to you guys at the end of this.
Okay, I'm sure you do. I wonder how it's gonna go. Because in the night, I can't.
There it is.
Okay, here we go, Doug.
Okay.
This is what the game is, and it's really only has to do with you.
Okay.
And I want to see how many you can get out of 10. There's.
Okay.
You ready?
Am I going against anyone?
No.
We're just
Cam, I'm playing against you.
We're just posting your score.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just posting your score. Cam and I will we'll all talk as we're playing this game.
Okay.
So there's no one to go up against unless.
Oh, you touch my ta-la-la.
Ooh, what is this?
How is that?
Did you just?
What was that?
That's gonna be flagged.
I liked that.
This is the top 10 businesses that have failed. The most popular businesses in the United States that have failed. The top 10.
Are we talking industries or just individual business?
Is individual businesses. The reason why it was related to commercial real estate is because these might have been some of the tenants you would have had.
Oh,
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I was like, he's in real estate.
Yeah.
Let's see what the top 10 businesses that have failed.
I'm already going to win this.
Originally, I thought I was going to do COVID related. Like COVID related.
Shit, I couldn't tell you.
And that was just, there was just too much going on.
Yeah.
When you type in COVID, your phone explodes.
Yep.
So, all right. So, I guess what we're going to do is I'll give you 3 strikes.
Okay.
Right? So, if you can get all 10 without getting the 3 strikes, I'll suck your dick or something. I don't.
Well, I don't want that, but
Okay.
maybe just get a reunion show together.
I'll get. I was gonna say something really fucked up. I actually held off.
This is a family show.
I heard the breaks.
Yeah. Okay, so Douglas,
Yes.
we have the top 10 businesses that have failed. You got 3 strikes. What do you got?
You just have to say it.
Yeah, give me
Oh, the top 10 that have failed.
Yes.
Just ever?
ever.
Okay.
The biggest ones you can think of.
Okay. Enron, radio.
Hold on. Enron. Does that not have to do with the government? What's Enron?
It was, it was a private equity firm that failed back in like the early 2000s.
Fuck, how are we going to play this game?
So you're just going off some list.
Yes, that is one, but is it on Richard's list?
There's a top 10. Enron's not on there, and neither is. So I'm going to give you those as freebies. Think. No.
Okay, so Sears.
No, it's not on there.
Sears has been around since like the 1890s.
Is this? It's closed.
Well, they're like Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Come on.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Blockbuster Video.
Yeah.
That's one. Yeah.
Wow.
Still no strikes.
That's all just zeros. That's all zeros.
Dude.
20.
What the fuck? Where's the one?
No, we gotta
That's 10, right?
Yes.
4,000.
That's 20.
420, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Oh man, I'm trying to think
There we
of
go.
this.
There we go.
So,
Okay, so
oh
what's
boy.
the 4?
Oh, I don't know, man.
Go to 0. You got one right.
dude, I'm like drawing complete blanks now.
Come on.
He should actually get more strikes.
You say you're
for
drunk.
all the ones he's named off. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I'm going to give you.
Yeah, I'm digging him.
Yeah.
Sears has got to be on there. We'll give you that.
Seriously
Yeah.
done.
So, did you
Yeah.
say you're drawing blanks?
Yeah, so there's, I mean, Blockbuster Video.
Like your wife's sister's
Dippin'
husband?
Dots.
Oh God, I can't even think of too many. anymore.
Blockbuster, yes.
Hollywood Video, no.
If you said Blockbuster, you encompass every.
Okay, I'm going to give you the genre, okay? Pictures.
Oh, like Kodak,
That's on there. Yes. There's another one in that category.
Fujifilm. No, they're still around because they do service contracts. Man. Well, let's try to think of something like.
instant picture.
Oh, Polaroid.
It's on there. This game is fucking working.
So let's think of like any like music companies. that have gone on there.
Oh yes, there
yeah.
is one.
Was it? No, it wasn't Fender.
Distribution,
Oh, no,
and it's not Sam Goody.
Oh, Tower Records.
Yes.
Tower Records, yeah, baby.
God damn it, dude. You're doing
Give
good,
him another point.
dude. Okay, fucking, you're
This
winning.
game
dude.
is working.
Dude, I'm gonna suck on your dick in a little bit.
God, I hope not.
Hey,
I better calm down.
we do it up.
Let's do travel.
Oh, like every travel agency on earth.
I feel like you're gonna get this one.
Travel. It's got to be an airline.
Oh,
America West,
keep going. You're getting close.
Northwest Airlines, TWA.
Think of like an
Think
old.
Frank Abagnale Jr.
Oh, Pan Am. Pan Am. Pan Am.
I don't know what that reference
Dude, haven't you ever seen? Yeah, Catch Me If You Can, baby. I feel you.
Yeah, you instantly got it. Okay, next genre. How about books?
Books.
Well, okay, so Barnes and Noble technically is still around, but
Yes.
what other bookstores?
Come on,
are
baby.
there?
Come on.
Bookman's.
No. What's the there was a big one. It didn't even close down until 2011. Big one. Didn't get hip with the times.
Shit.
I can't. I don't know.
No, it's at the. Let me. Yep. Fuck.
You know it, Douglas.
You
Just
do.
ding me because I don't know.
Borders?
Borders Books.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well,
Strike one.
slowly I'm
Let's talk about like food. I don't know.
Okay, this one's bullshit. This one's
Dippin' Dots.
Have you guys ever heard of pets.com?
Yeah.
They were a company for 2 years, and apparently they just didn't.
How's Sears not on this list?
I don't know. And how is Circuit City not on this
Yeah,
list?
Circuit City, Radio Shack. Yeah, Nick was asking, where's a Radio Shack? I'm like, dude, they closed like 6 years ago, bro. What are you talking about?
JJ's the king of
Which sucks. 'Cause I used to
JJ's.
get-
Automobiles.
Oh. There's been...
There's a big one that happened in the Great Recession.
Okay, so maybe like Isuzu or Suzuki.
No.
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Saturn.
No. God damn it. There's a big company, and then all of those are cars underneath the big company.
Daimler Chrysler.
Daimler Chrysler.
Daimler.
Yeah, it's Daimler Chrysler. No.
I don't
The
know.
biggest one. Think Detroit.
General Motors.
Yeah.
But they haven't failed.
Yeah.
They still make Chevrolets.
I think they linked up with someone else. It says 2009.
What?
From 1909
Dude,
to
when is
2000.
this list from?
Bro, it's from...
Like 2010?
No, get off of me. Hold on a second. This is...
So is that strike 2?
Dude, the game's over. You hit them all.
Yeah.
That was the top 10. It was Blockbuster, Polaroid, Pan Am, Borders, Pets.com, Tower
This is a
Records.
very old. This is a very old list.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't believe it is.
You'd have never gotten
It's
pets.com.
hold on, dude. It's from. Oh God, it's not saying.
It's because it's so old. It doesn't say.
God damn it, that sucks. Okay, well, you're pretty smart, Doug.
You did it.
Yeah.
Good job, man.
We gotta
Okay,
call
let's-
You did it and then some.
You did it.
I even provided ones that weren't on the list.
That's true.
That should have been, yeah.
You
J.C. Penney technically went bankrupt, even though it's still open.
okay? So this is just a collective. What do we think?
Okay.
All right, get that. I saw this on Facebook right before the show began, and I thought this would be a good thing for us to ponder together as a group. Is that okay?
Yeah.
As a team.
As a team. Fuck it, dude. Okay. I thought this list was pretty good. These are things to ponder. You ready?
Yep.
And then we'll go down the list and we'll discuss as a group.
Okay.
Okay? This is 11 things to ponder. Number 1 is if a number 2 pencil is the most popular, why is it still number 2?
Okay.
Is there an actual reason?
Yeah, I think it's because
Is it the lead thickness?
it has something
Yes.
to do.
2
I
millimeters?
think it is. I think it is the lead.
Yes. Yeah, it has something to do with. Yeah, exactly.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
And that's true, correct? But we
do
don't
you
know.
Do you have the answer,
No,
or are we
there's no
just
answer.
pondering
We're
this?
just pondering.
No, it has to do with the gauge, if you will. I think of the graphite that they
the
put
lead
into the
insert.
pencil. Yes,
Yeah.
When do you
the number 2
Because,
gauge.
dude, you ever use a pencil that's not number 2 and the
They
lead's
break- the
all
lead
bullshit
breaks
and
and you just-
it
God
leaves
damn it.
this very faint
Yeah.
it's
line.
Not good. It's not
and
good.
it's almost like waxy and weird.
Oh, those ones are
Those
ones
are
are
worse.
Those are like the generic.
And the wood is like particle. It's like
Balsa wood.
MDF.
It's like balsa wood.
Yeah,
what the
it's,
hell is this?
it's like if you scratch it, it's like this waxy bullshit.
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Those are just the Walmart special.
And
Yeah.
if you erase it, it makes it like 10 times worse.
you
It
take
just
your-
spreads
yeah.
it.
the eraser is basically just dried Play-Doh.
Oh,
It's not
dude.
even an eraser. It's just like
When the eraser leaves a fucking red line.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're just like, well, this sucks now.
Yeah.
you
If
got-
you take your SATs with one of those,
you're fucked.
Did you
They
know-
won't let
did
you.
you know I never took my SATs?
I didn't either.
Wow.
Did you?
No.
No, none of us.
No, wait.
Taylor?
Did I?
All
don't remember
did
if I
Ben?
did.
All fucking 5 of us didn't
Yeah.
take our SAT.
Oh wait, I
Nope.
think I did actually.
Did you?
Because I went to community college first.
I
Yeah.
took ACTs.
Yeah.
Well,
we
yeah,
all-
you can take
everyone did that.
SATs
Yeah.
or ACTs. It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Okay. So, real quickly,
Hello.
when you were talking about wood, do you guys remember the cork trees in Carlsbad?
Yeah.
That you could punch as hard as you wanted.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
They were
them?
soft as fuck.
Dude, I don't remember that at
Oh
all. Where
my-
were they? Next to Ceci's? I have no idea.
No, they were like right on the property at Palm.
Ocean Palm.
Are you sure they weren't fake trees?
No, dude. Richard's like,
Yeah. It's like an indoor fake plant and Richard's punching.
it's like this cork tree's amazing.
That would be so funny if that was true. No, there was these cork trees surrounding the property,
Cork
and
bird.
you could cork bird. You could cork these birds. Oh, good name. That's kind of sounded like RTM a little bit.
It was a
Shout
little-
out, cork bird. No, you can punch these fucking trees. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But I just bring things up like that because fuck it. Number 2.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
This one's. Why do we press harder on the remote control when we know the batteries are getting weak?
Because it fucking works.
It does though, right?
Dude,
Yes.
Do you do it?
Dude, I don't know about you. Like, if my buttons don't work, I'm starting like hitting the walls
I
with
know.
it. Like, this thing doesn't work.
I guarantee, Doug.
Dude, and
Dude.
and then my wife goes, "You have to just like move the batteries around, like so you
Oh,
take
if
the
you,
thing
ta-
out
if
and
you
like
take
just-
one battery out
Yeah,
and put it
and,
back
like, jiggle-
in, that's
jiggle
like
it.
4 more days of power, bro.
It is.
But why does it do that?
Dude, it's just it's.
I don't know.
I swear to God,
but
it's
the
a
button pressing
conspiracy.
thing.
It's, a
It's like when you're
conspiracy.
playing video games and you're like fucking
Yeah, you think you're
doing
gonna
this
move?
shit.
Yeah,
Like it's helping you turn.
X-Files, dude. I love the X-Files.
Getting flagged.
Dude, are we
Okay.
going to jail for that one?
Yeah, we're going to jail for that one. Okay, number 3. You ready?
Yeah.
Why are you... This one blew my fucking mind. Can we all... Let's figure this one out. Let's really figure this one out.
I probably know the answer.
Okay, yeah, okay. Probably know the answer to this one. Why are you in a movie, but you're on TV? Excuse me. I'll say it again. Why
Because
are
you're in a theater and on TV, you're on a screen.
No.
You're on a
You're
screen
talking
in
the
a theater,
actors.
though,
You're
too.
talking to an actor. No, I thought you were talking like as a patron in a movie theater.
No, you know. there's-
Okay, now I feel dumb. I just
Like,
made
if we're-
myself.
No, you would say I saw Courtney Cox
In
in
a
that
movie.
movie, but she was on Friends,
Ah, yes.
right?
Yes.
Kinda like
That's
that?
exactly right.
How did I not
You
know?
wouldn't say she's in Friends, would you?
No,
You would say
never
she's on
ever
Friends.
would I ever.
Why is this? I don't have an.
She was in this show.
That's
No,
actually-
that never would happen.
Maybe it's just an accepted term.
Is it just something that we've heard over and over and over and over again, and it becomes
guess,
part of
yeah.
the?
I heard it. I saw it on TV. I heard it on the radio.
Show's ongoing.
That might be. That might be.
Oh, that's a good.
And
yeah.
but it is crazy. I saw it on this show, but when you're talking about a movie, you say I saw it in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's-
if you were to say on this movie, someone would kick you right in the dick.
Yeah. For
No,
sure.
do you know what I mean? They'd be like, "What did you just say?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Saw it on this movie once.
Yeah.
So we don't know.
know.
It's just part of the lexicon.
It's just. It is. It's just.
Is that what we
That-
decided?
yeah, that is exact. It's just an accepted jargon in society.
And jargon is a real word.
It is.
We had it in words.
jargon? Words with friends?
We haven't done learning words in a long time.
No.
That would have been a good one. Okay, so that one we did it. Number 4. What was the best thing before sliced bread? Racism?
Oh God.
For sure.
Best thing.
That was if you don't know that was a joke, you gotta go.
Yeah.
You
best
can't
thing
watch this show.
Turn it
anymore.
off. Turn it off.
How about
Obviously-
how about the bee's knees? You know,
Okay,
yeah.
that's true.
that's an old
Bees'
jargon.
knees have been
Yeah.
around longer than sliced bread.
Yes, bee's knees.
Cat's ass.
Oh,
The cat's ass.
What's
Yeah.
a term that your father would use? That's some choice stuff right there.
my dad.
Harder than a hooker's heart,
Is that true?
or that sticks out like a bagel in a bucket of grits.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, for sure.
I know my dad's got a lot of good sayings, but I don't remember any of them. There's just a lot of fuck yous.
One of my favorite terms ever, like for just referencing something like that, is I always like if I wanted to quit something, I'd say I'm going to drop that like third period French, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Funny you should say
Funny you mentioned that.
Oh, here we go.
Number 10.
I have no idea too. This is a perfect leeway.
Yeah, but it's not exactly. But I just feel like we got to go
What
with
is that?
number 10.
Cavossier?
Cavassier.
No,
Cavassier.
I only drink Cavassier on this show, never anywhere else.
Yes.
Number 10. When French people swear, do they say "pardon my English"?
No,
just say, "Fuck you."
they fucking don't like English.
They
don't like
give a
us.
Shit. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Merde.
Pardon my
They say
English.
"pardon
They
my."
say fuck to you.
Yeah. Yeah. They say "pardon
En
my."
français, si vous
Pardon
préférez.
my baguette. I don't know.
I don't think they say pardon.
They say pardon. Yeah, they do say pardon.
But when they curse,
Pardon.
I think they just do it and they don't give. They're not sorry.
Ma fromage.
Have you guys ever been to France?
Jambon.
Jambon. Pardon ma jambon.
Have either of you ever been to France?
Pardon my ham.
ham bone. Yes.
Oh, jambon bon.
No, I've never been to France. Have you?
No, I haven't. Did you guys take French at Arcadia?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mademoiselle Foss.
Yeah. We actually just talked about
We talking about, yeah, Orangina.
Yeah, there was a kid.
What? Dude, Alain?
You didn't get any of this?
No.
Okay.
You didn't take French?
No, I took Spanish with Mrs. Bender, who farted in class all day. She'd like walk down the aisles and fart and blame it on all us.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys have Miss Bustila?
No.
Miss B?
No.
Did you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, let's just talk about Miss. Okay, Miss. Okay, I have a.
Bustelia.
Yeah.
Ooh, really?
Okay, so
That's what I'm talking about. Tell me more.
yeah. Okay, so let me just preface this whole story with when I was a child, the first nudie mags that I found were over 40 and over 50.
So yeah, you were already you were MILF town.
So I was set in stone. What
Yeah.
got me rock hard was a fucking
A cougar.
a couple of skin tags,
Dude.
some rinky dinks around the eyes, and a couple of
Hey,
grays,
the older women.
and a couple
That's
of
where it's
broken
at.
spokes. A couple of broken spokes on the old dirt hole,
Ooh.
on the dirty razor.
Broken.
Do you know what I mean? You know when they get a couple of broken spokes? You know what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah, but I've never heard it before.
Okay, so I
Brilliant.
liked older women right out
I
the
love
gate.
older women.
And I know, Doug, you she got big tits.
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually got a good story about an older woman, but we can talk about that
We'll
later.
get there in just a sec.
Okay.
So I loved older women.
Yes. Yes.
What?
No, go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
This is my show.
I know.
Ben, do you know it's my show? I don't know if you saw. I don't know if you saw the intro. It's not my show, by the way. It's us three.
Our show.
Anyways,
Stuck mode.
any fucking ways.
Okay.
I liked old chicks and I like sloppy puss. So, so Miss
Old
B.
granny's young panties. That's a thing, though. We'll talk about that later. Go, Rich.
Fuck on my nipple. Okay, so I liked older ladies, but I didn't really realize how much I liked older ladies until I got into algebra with Miss B, and she had big tits.
Oh, that's amazing.
Not only did she have big fucking tits, but she had the hardest goddamn nips.
Ooh.
So you could see. I remember this was my little
cut glass.
It was awesome.
This was my little joke with like my friends, because it's fucking funny as shit.
Yeah.
And I would be like, you could see when the air conditioning would cut on, because it would go from one tit would go, and then the next tit would. You could see the air
Yeah.
go through, because she would have rock hard nips. Didn't
And
she?
what subject
Yeah.
was this in?
Dude, this was algebra.
Oh, algebra.
Doesn't
Algebra.
fucking matter.
Doesn't matter. And she knew it, dude. I would straight up just be
Yeah.
like, hey, Miss B. And she'd be like, get the
Fuck out of here, you dirty little shit.
She would say stuff like that. You're
Yeah.
a dirty little guy. Like, and I would just be like, I would have a half a hard cock. I swear to God, I was driving through the parking lot. It was like first period, going over the 1,000 speed bumps in
Right.
Arcadia.
Right.
My dick was hard by the time I parked my car, because there was
Right.
just so much rubbing.
Yeah.
And I would just get into Miss B and
And
be
then
like,
Miss B first.
I was like, I gotta suck your tit. And she's just like, get the fuck out of here.
She
So-
played Enya during tests.
Yes, she
The best.
did.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So, anyways, Miss B, what was your story about the MILF?
Oh, we don't have to get into that.
Yeah,
but
we
basically,
do.
when I was 23 years old, I dated an older broad.
Yes.
Who was
Was
a
she
bartender.
blonde?
No, she looked like Alice Cooper. And she was a bartender. She was a bartender at McDuffie. She was 38 and I was 23, and she taught me a lot. We'll just leave it at that. Ben, you remember her?
Oh my God.
She looked like Alice Cooper.
Alice.
She had an amazing body, but her face was just Alice Cooper.
Oh, jeez Louise.
And she was scary, man. When I tried to break it off with her, she left me some threatening voicemails, man. It was. I'm sick of it.
Oh, it was that shit.
Yes. I'm
sick of it.
Yes.
I
I'm
remember
gonna
that.
make you sorry you ever met me. Like, oh God.
Did she ever work at the well?
No.
Okay, so what was the big titted blonde?
Oh, the big fake titted chick who would
That-
just show him all the time.
That was amazing.
That was the best.
Well,
That was
so
the
okay,
best.
so there's two, and you might be thinking of the blonde, but the brunette,
The blonde,
is
yeah.
is Wendy.
No.
Wendy's like my second mom.
No, not Wendy.
No,
This was the big
no, in a
titty.
good way. No, yeah, I know who you're talking about. She
had
also
great-
worked at On the Rocks a lot.
Yes, she had great tits. Okay.
OTR, baby.
So
They needed more smoke eaters in there. God.
what did you say?
Remember when you used to be able to smoke in bars?
Yeah,
Need
of
more
course.
smoky.
Yeah, dude.
I
You
got-
go in there and it's just like they have 13 of them on and it didn't do a damn bit of good. You're just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place was special.
So the French hate us.
Okay.
Okay. Number 4. Number 5. Why do we drive on parkways and park in driveways?
So,
Yeah, break it down.
well, I guess you could only really call it a parkway depending on where you're located in the U.S. Because lots of places it's expressway, highway, you know.
So you don't like this question?
Well, I mean, it's no. I do like it. It's a good thing to ponder. But driveway, that is just.
Cam,
so
you are
stupid.
in full ponder right now.
I'm really.
But it is like, why would
I'm
you park in
digging.
the driveway? But you can call it a carport or a garage.
Yeah. Okay. Cam, do you have anything to add to that one?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Number 6.
Just it is what
Did
it
we
is.
actually get started at 9:30, Taylor?
It was like 9:40.
Was it 9:40?
We're at hour and 6 minutes.
It's
Oh wow, we've been
10:38.
talking that long. It went by quick.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Start on time.
We're
How long do you guys know? You guys go like an hour and a half.
We're profash around here, dude. We go an hour and a half.
Look
Okay.
at the clock, dude. We got a jumbotron.
I did look up there once, but I didn't want to be unprofessional. Look at it again.
Yeah, profesh. Number 7. Why do British people never sound British when they sing?
You know, I've thought about this.
And
And it's not just British people.
And then some Americans, i.e., fucking Green Day, fucking sounds Billy Howardale or whatever his fucking name. Holiday. What's his name?
Billy Joe Armstrong?
Yeah, he sounds British,
A little bit.
right?
Yeah, for sure.
And
it's not even just British, but mostly,
There,
yeah.
I've wondered this, and I don't know the answer, but I've wondered that my whole life.
They can sound totally
Yeah.
English. I mean,
Oh, I can-
American.
Yeah.
But then you think, but then someone like the Beatles stuff, they
Right.
They do.
It pops out
Here
here,
and
and
there.
there. It does, yeah.
Penny Lane was in my
Well,
ear.
I
Right.
think it has something to do. And I took one of my, because I was a psych major in college.
No, you weren't.
I swear to God, I'll show you a picture of my degree.
Did you show up to the last class?
Yeah, I did. I did show up to the last one there. No, but it has something to do with, because I took this one on
Sorry.
on all about like sound waves and like cognitive like interpretation of them. And it has, you notice that they don't sound British when they're screaming or at a higher octave. And it has something to do with that being flattened out by whether it's a mid or a high and the treble and the mids.
They actually went through it in your
Really?
class?
Yes, it was very
interesting.
interesting. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You ask a stupid question, you get a real
Yeah.
answer.
I explained it poorly, but if you notice, like you can,
Yeah.
if they're like when John Lennon, when he
for sure.
screams,
Yes.
he sounds American,
For sure.
but when he sings softly, he sounds British.
Yeah, like sitting in
Or like
the
Imagine,
Or like,
English
When I saw her
Yeah.
standing there.
Yeah. Oh, when he goes, when I get to the bottom, I go back
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
top. It sounds
Yes.
American.
Yes.
American rock and roll.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then
But
in,
that has to do with like the octaves and like the mids and the highs and lows of their voice.
That's it.
It is.
it makes sense.
It
Yeah.
does.
Because actually, I believe you have less control over. If you're gonna say an accent,
Accent.
you just don't
Yeah.
have control.
Yeah.
It's hard to do. It's hard to do an accent, really. Well,
Well, just think about it. Try to yell in an accent. You can't.
Hello, love. What the fuck?
Well, I guess yeah.
No.
Well, now,
supposed to bring me bangers in May.
but actually, that's actually a good point. You can sound British. I guess you just can't sound.
But I guess,
English.
then it's the singing thing too.
Yeah.
But sing it, and say that same thing.
Right.
Naked away.
All right, number 8. You all right, Ben?
Yeah.
Do you want to get in? Okay. At a movie theater, which armrest is yours?
Oh my God!
Man, if you can even remember.
This is why
What
I
about
stopped
on a
going to
plane?
movies.
Huh? What?
This is why I stopped going to movies, man.
Why?
I haven't seen a movie in the theater since Avatar because I always get into dead serious.
damn.
Maybe movie theaters have changed. Maybe movie theaters have changed. I've heard they're all recliners and free food and stuff or whatever.
Not free food.
Yeah, because
That'd be awesome.
I heard it's all recliners and beds and
And blowjob.
because there's an armrest on the end of each row.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the person at the end.
So back
if you're
in
at the end and there's an armrest on the right,
you get it.
but if you're on the other end, there's an armrest on the left.
Yeah. So
It's
that
just
is
an
yours.
understanding that you have with the person next to you.
Yeah.
But
And
I hate-
it's
yeah.
courtesy. So back in the day, you would have to share a thin armrest.
Oh yeah.
It's like in an airplane.
They were thin. Now you're right.
Yeah.
They do have those recliner seats,
Yeah.
and not only do you have your own armrest, but there's like a little gap between the next person's.
Well,
arm.
I wouldn't know. I haven't been doing this movie in
I guess
what,
in
12
an
years.
airplane that would make more sense because those are still just
Tiny.
shitty.
And what do you do in that situation? Because you flew all the time.
Well,
from
for
when
me,
you're
I'm just like, excuse me, and mine. You're like, okay.
so just inconsiderate.
Yeah, but exactly. But I always tried to fly first class, and that didn't work out.
Did
too
you?
well. No, I tried, but my
They didn't know who you were?
no, you know, believe it or not, some people didn't know who.
They're like, all right, your boarding pass and your ID. You're like,
But you know, we should
All
actually
right.
get back to that topic because I would like to explain myself more on that.
What topic?
How I
Your
was the
celebrity
biggest
status?
celebrity.
Yeah, let's hear it. Go ahead.
Well, no, we'll finish this.
No,
and
we'll
then...
always get back. I'll never forget. How did you become the
So
distinguished
I
honor?
actually should explain this. So
Yes. People need to know.
yeah.
yeah, so
Do you think you could come back and run for mayor?
no, because
Okay.
I actually found out the hard way. Actually, back when I was still drinking, I came back to I think it was like I don't know, like a year ago. I came back to Phoenix and I was talking to this bartender. I forget where I was, and we were talking. We were sharing war stories about like working at bars. Because if you name a bar in Old Town Scottsdale, there's a chance I probably worked at it. And that kind of goes within the celebrity status. But I was like, yeah. I was like, did you ever hear of Big Nasty? He's like, who? I'm like, Big Nasty. And he's like, who's Big Nasty? I'm like, me. He's like, bro, I worked in all the bars you did. I had no fucking clue who you are.
brutal.
So it was a shot to my ego. But I was like, he didn't know who Big Nasty was from 04 to 08. But, no, but so really, okay. So the reason why I said that
That's
is
harsh, Doug.
no, dude, trust me, it was.
You went home and you're like,
no, I told my wife about it. She goes, that is the dumbest fucking story I've ever heard. And I was so upset. I was like, he didn't know who I was.
That's the dumbest story.
Yeah. I was like, could you believe it? Some guy didn't know who I was. But
never heard of Big Nasty, and she's just like,
so
God
I
damn.
love your wife.
the reason I like to say that I was the biggest celebrity in Old Town Scottsdale without being a professional athlete, musician, entertainer.
Try again.
What?
Say it again.
The reason I wasn't being
You went for
oh
the people need to know if you're running for mayor soon.
So the reason I called myself the biggest celebrity in the Old Town Scottsdale bar scene, who wasn't a professional athlete, musician, or entertainer, was because I worked in so many different bars and made such good friends with all those bartenders that I could walk into any bar, people knew my name, they'd be like, Big Nasty's here, and I would drink for free.
Yeah.
I
You're
tip
like
them out.
Trip McNeely.
Yeah, Trip McNeely. Trip McNeely. But I wasn't really truly a celebrity, and people are probably just going to crush me on the podcast for this. But, in my own mind, I would walk into DJs, walk into Maloney's, I'd walk into the Coach House, I'd walk into the Well, I'd walk into Cashmere.
Yeah.
And people would be like, Nasty's here, man. People just go wild.
Right.
Yeah.
And so,
And you weren't quiet.
No.
So
I
when
was
you showed up,
Nasty
There
is
was
here.
a presence. Yeah.
So
You
that's.
don't know who Big Nasty is?
Yeah.
No.
No, dude, that
what?
was just, dude, that was such a
Wife,
shot.
that's the dumbest.
That's the dumbest story I've ever
That
heard.
is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So that's why in my own head I was, but that all ended on November 15, 2008 when I got my third DUI. So.
Yeah. Did I see you get knocked out one time? Is that? I'm trying to think. Was it you who got knocked out?
No.
I think I saw you get
What?
punched in the face and you fell into a bush. Was it?
No, that was at Eden's house.
Yes.
And there was
Yeah.
like a mini riot happening, and
Yeah.
dude, I was
Oh,
like,
yeah, I remember that.
dude, I was standing there, and some guy just comes out of nowhere and just go bam, and I just flew back into a bush, and Eric Gustafson picks me up. He's like, "What happened, bro?"
Yeah.
like you were supposed to be indestructible.
You're 6'7", 300 pounds.
Well, I wasn't that big back then, but dude,
I remember because I don't fight.
I got that guy back. Don't you worry about that. But
Because I don't fight. I just stand there and jump as high as I can in the air,
Yeah.
and just I don't know. A lot of adrenaline's happening.
No, but that-
And I
that
was
is
staring
right.
at you. I was staring right at you, and you just crumbled like a.
no, some guy just came running by with a right hook, and I woo.
And you just went to the
I
bush.
wasn't expecting it, so
I don't know why that popped in my head. I just wanted to make sure that was you.
No.
Okay.
No, but if you really want to know, the one time I really got my butt kicked.
Yeah, what happened?
So it was down in Tucson, and
That's where you went to.
So I started at U of A,
Right.
and then our house burnt down, and I had to move back. But
That house burnt down.
no, so a quarter of our house burnt down, and the entire neighbor's house burnt down.
Dude, I sucked on some big tits in that house.
Yes, you did.
that was a good time. That house was a good
I
time.
won't drop any names, but she had great tits.
There you go. But no, so there I was in a frat or pledging a frat. I was pledging a frat down there, and remember that old FX show, the Tough Man competition?
Yeah.
They came around, and it was They came around and they asked the frats, because it was going to be the U of A frats versus the ASU frats. And so they came around, and you know what? You really actually find out about who's like all talk and who's not, because all these guys in my frat who were like juniors and seniors and like we thought were fighting gods, when FX came around to ask like who wants to sign up, all crickets.
No one came
and
up.
the only two guys who signed up out of our frat was me and this kid Pete from Boston Pete.
Oh, of course.
And
you know they don't take no shit.
oh, dude,
Yeah,
he was
he was down
like,
for
he was
anything.
like, yeah, I'll be go park the car and I'll fight that guy.
Yeah.
Boston Pete.
Boston
Yeah.
Pete, dude, and he won
Is it
his
Boston?
fight.
Did he?
He won. Oh yeah, he won his fight. But here's the deal: so you were supposed to go train at least 4 times with a trainer. They assigned you, and I didn't. I was like, I'm just gonna drink with Mitch Cameron the whole time. And so
Damn it, Doug.
it came to fight night. We were in O'Malley's parking lot, and so the two biggest guys there were me and this other guy. But we were both from U of A, and so they're like, well, shit, you're going to be the main event because you're the 2 heaviest guys. And so we're the heavyweights. Okay. So I was about 275, 280, and this guy I was fighting was about 235. What I did not know.
He was an MMA specialist.
No, he was a 2-time amateur gold glove boxing champion in Tucson, 6'3", 235, cut Samoan, like 0% body
Oh my
fat.
God,
yeah.
you're fucked.
And this guy, so again, you're supposed to train with a trainer once a week, so 4 times before you get in there. I was drinking beer, smoking cigarettes, partying my ass off for the month, and then it gets to fight night,
Douglas.
and we're the main event. It's just this true story.
I believe it.
And I get in there, and so they're getting ready. You're wearing headgear and everything, and the guy goes, "So, who was your trainer? Who'd you train with?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Captain.
And then they're like, he goes, "Wait a
Mitch
second."
Cameron.
Yeah. And I was like, "Yeah, I've been doing 5-10 challenges." Mitch Cameron, come on. And,
Wizard sleeves.
and so
Or
and
wizard sticks.
yeah, dude.
Wizard
Wizard
sleeve.
6, Graham Ford, love you.
Doesn't listen.
But oh, that's a shame. But so, anyways, I get in the ring, and the guy goes, he goes, "Wait a sec, you haven't trained?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "Do you know who you're fighting?" I'm like, "I don't know. This guy looks pretty big." He's like,
Yeah, it's
he
Kamehameha.
go, and I was like, "Why should I know?" He goes, "Don't worry about it." He goes, "Just swing for the fences." I'm like, "Okay." Ding, ding, ding. And these are 1-minute rounds. I start swinging for the fence, and I catch him. I pack a big punch, and I hit him, and his nose explodes open, and he falls back into the corner. And I'm like, "Oh my God, like I'm winning!" And so
I'm winning.
And so no, because normally you're used to like a street fight, and like
Yeah.
this is a boxing match. There's like hundreds of people in the crowd. There's lights, cameras everywhere. You're nervous, and I don't know if you've ever actually tried to hit somebody as hard as you can for like a long period of time.
It's
but
tiring.
it's
In my
tiring.
in my dreams, I
And
could never
not
do it.
only did I
I've
get
seen you.
winded very quickly, one of my arms got stuck in the rope when I swung real wide, and the ref didn't see it. So I was dead tired. At like 30 seconds into the round, one of my arms was stuck in the rope, and this guy just used my head as a speed bag, dude.
Oh,
nice.
He beat the shit out of me. And finally, the round ends. I walk to the wrong corner, and then I come back to my corner, and I'm like, I have no idea where I am. My girlfriend at the time, Paige, is like, Doug. I'm like, who the fuck is talking to me?
Yeah.
And then, they comes ding, 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 round 2. I'm like, fuck no, I'm not going back out there, dude. Like, I didn't know where I was.
Did you have a mouthpiece?
Yeah, it went flying. I didn't know where it went, but I was out on my feet. But dude, and then they told me afterwards, like, you just fought some guy who's never lost a round like in his life, but
Yeah.
you at least bloodied his nose. So I felt good about that.
You got one in there.
But it caused such a commotion that there was literally a riot in the crowd between like I don't know, but yeah, that's my claim to fame where I just got
That's pretty wild, man.
I got
that they
my
just had
butt
that.
whooped. Ben, were you there for that?
I was not there.
Oh God. Yeah, I got destroyed.
You
but
don't.
anyways.
You don't remember doing your boxing match in Adam Lieberman's backyard?
Leeby Deeby!
No.
Yes, you do. You were the judge for a couple of them. You kept going, I'll allow it. So two of our friends would be boxing, doing the worst thing you've ever seen.
Yeah,
just throwing like the most
bullshit things.
And Cam's got a beer and he's just kind of hunched over. He's like, I'll allow it. I'll allow it. And then Cam went, and I think you just, I don't remember who it was against. Maybe it was against Emery.
I've never punched anybody.
You did.
No.
Yeah.
You could take a punch though. Your first podcast told me so.
We know.
Well, I told you so the next day at the coach house, and you fucking cried.
What? Who did this? Who did this?
Yeah, Doug used to always come up to us late in the evening and go, if anyone ever
Late in the evening.
If anyone looks at you
Yeah.
I will kill. In fact, you actually did come. You and my brother came to my rescue
at Mobile,
at Mobile, which is no longer there, on 56th Street in Indian
It's a
School.
smoothie
That's where we
down.
used to get fucking cigarettes from the bum.
$2.50 a
Bud.
pack.
The bum.
$2.50 a pack, people.
Al, the bum.
Oh yeah.
We would just give him 2
Oh.
Stogs, and he would get us packs of Stogs. Anyways, that was what's his face on the baseball team was
Yep.
trying to punk me.
Yep.
And then you and Ben saw
We
him.
set him straight,
What happened? So he's pumping gas.
and I just go, "Hey, boy,
What?
we're gonna have a little chat." No, basically, me and Ben.
I ran up to him and said, "You fucking calling my little brother the bitch?"
Yeah, yeah.
Who did this?
All I know is that we scared the living daylights out of this kid,
What
and
was
he
his
never
name?
mentioned. Are we allowed to say his
Oh,
name?
Cole. We could just say Cole.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So I'll tell you what happened. So we were in the locker room.
Trying to be somebody else.
How did you remember that that's what that song was about?
Oh, yeah. No, okay.
Do you remember that whole story?
Yeah.
He actually he wanted me to be naked. That was one of the first things. Like we were in the locker room. He's like, "Oh, look at this little fag not getting naked and shit." I was like, "Excuse me, I'm freshman baseball," and like I just
Freshman baseball.
I did not want to be getting naked with anybody, even though my dick was probably bigger than his. But he would push me.
That
up
was the word.
Yeah, and then I hit a fucking home run, and he was the catcher. I hit a jack, and I came around, touched home plate, and he fucking
Oh
and
yeah, you
hit
don't
me.
do that to Richard.
And then I told Doug and Ben that he was calling me his little
What?
bitch. And then whatever you guys did, he was pumping gas. You guys like came from both sides and just
No,
like
I started talking to him first, and then Ben kind of finished it up with a yeah.
he never fucked with me ever.
No,
again.
we didn't physically harm him, but we made it very clear.
You struck fear into his-
We said if you continue down this path, it's gonna end badly.
If you go ahead and continue down,
It's
that
gonna
path.
end badly for
It
you.
was very.
Son.
It wasn't said as eloquent as that by any means.
You know what? This is the only person I've ever had problems with, and I didn't have to do anything. Actually,
Yeah.
there's 2 times I had problems. One time you guys saved me, and then one time you saved me, and that was it.
Nice.
It's pretty good. Okay, number
9?
9.
Oh shit, we're still playing.
Yeah, we're still we're still there. It actually it's very good because it's bringing up a lot of good stuff. So when does it stop being partly cloudy and start being partly sunny?
Ben actually could probably answer this very well. I don't know.
But Ben probably.
No, he's all about the what was that class we took at STC about, like, what was it, the weather class or something?
Yeah, it's called Weather 101.
Well, my Arizona geography.
That guy was good.
He was a fucking meteorologist.
Yeah.
Great dude.
So, but I'm thinking that it becomes partly cloudy. Hold on. I was working through it. I lost it. What do you got? Partly cloudy in the beginning of the... No. Well, if you're by the
Do you
coast...
think it has to do with...
If you're by the coast in the morning, it's partly cloudy. Right?
Yeah,
and then
that's-
as it
I think you're
subsides-
onto something
When it
here.
burns off.
It's whatever it starts off the day with. So if it starts off sunny and then becomes cloudy, it's partly
sunny.
partly sunny. Yeah, there you go. We just helped America.
I've never seen partly sunny anywhere.
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
Don't fucking lie, Ben.
Such ass.
All right, the last one.
Okay.
This is a good one. Why do people say heads up when you should duck? Heads up! And then you go,
And
Dad,
then you're like, yeah.
Dude,
why do we do this? Our language is terrible.
I guess it's just one of those accepted terms again. I don't know.
Is
but
it more linguistics?
Yeah, dude, this is funny though.
So people say heads up, and that means put your head down.
In construction, we say headache.
For what?
Like you're gonna get a fucking headache.
Marv.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that a well-known construction lingity?
Yeah. I've heard it a lot of different places. Headache.
Headache.
Really?
Yeah.
And you all wear hard hats.
Y'all sass. Y'all sass a fresh hard hat says.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah. No. And I've thought about that before. Like, why do we do that?
I don't know.
Why?
There's no reason for it.
This might be a
It's-
stupid question, but why do they say four
Yeah, I was actually just thinking that.
in golf?
golf?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
No.
It's-
Some Scottish bullshit.
It's an unknown mystery.
Four. What? Dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
you could have
see.
said balls coming at you.
Yeah.
Why
Watch the fuck out.
do
Yeah.
they say four?
It's a Scottish thing for sure, though.
Yeah.
Four, originally a Scots interjection. Four, originally a Scots interjection, is used to warn anyone standing or moving. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Warn.
That doesn't explain anything.
We know.
Short for four caddy.
What?
Dude, god damn it.
Quiet in the peanut gallery.
It's believed to come from the military beware before, which is an artillery man who's about to fire and yell, alert nearby infantryman to drop the ground to avoid the shells overhead.
That's a
Okay.
They would say,
bunch of
before
hooey.
aware!
That's a bunch of hooey.
Before aware!
That's a bunch of hooey.
Can you do a Scottish accent? Say, here we go. Scottish accent for Doug. Say, my cat just shit
I tried
on
to-
my shoe.
My cat just shit on my shoe.
Oh,
Not bad.
okay.
Yeah.
What? How about this lager tastes like dick?
This lager tastes like dick.
All right.
Yeah, I can't even think. You know, this is actually a good topic because I actually just did that ancestry DNA, and I found out.
Oh,
that
yeah?
I'm 41% Norwegian.
What's a Norwegian accent?
Norwegian. I have no idea.
We also found
Norwegian wood.
Brian in Minnesota.
Do they
Yeah.
say, yes, there's my fucking husband.
Yoo-hoo.
You,
There's the thunder down.
would you like to suck the dice and bite the peanut?
What if all of Doug's family members talked like that, bro?
Douglas,
Douglas,
Douglas, come and tell it clean your room.
We were doing strong. The ratings are going down further now.
No, they're not.
No way, man.
Well, the episode's over.
Oh,
Yeah, we did it.
Nice.
Now we're just getting we're just you know.
Are you gonna,
Goofing off.
are you
I like the
gonna
NA.
Do the deep Brian thing?
Oh yeah, we should have Doug.
Doug's got to do pirate.
the Drunken
Yeah,
Sailor.
Drunken Sailor.
what am I
Okay,
doing? Oh,
we're all gonna do a
Start the story off, and we'll.
yes. This is how
Yep.
that's perfect.
Yep.
You'll start the story, just whatever it is. You're a drunken sailor. You've never heard our show, right?
no, I have.
We're not even gonna give it.
No.
We're not giving it to you. Well, I
Okay.
want to hear your version. It's a fucking severe alcoholic that's on like a 10-month bender.
Yeah. At sea. And
Dude, I've been to rehab. Of course I got it, man.
Hold on, Doug.
Oh, I know exactly what I'm
hold
going
on.
to do. The 7-Eleven clerk.
You're Doug, you're tired. You've had a long day. Hold on. Taylor, can you bring in the ocean water? We're gonna wait for
Do
it.
I have to have an accent?
You just
of sorts.
But
But you got to actually say words.
yeah, you gotta say words. You gotta start the story, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in the middle, and then Cam's gonna end the story. Should we just give him a little taster of what?
No,
we're
I
gonna
got
do?
it.
I think I want to see.
We're gonna wait for Taylor
wanna
to
see where he
bring in
goes with it.
the ocean waves, because then it gets really kind of dramatic.
Yeah. We didn't pay for the.
There it was on the seas there.
We didn't pay for the.
You're getting there. You're getting there.
We didn't pay for what, Taylor?
We didn't pay for the YouTube premium here.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
What the hell kind of show is this? No premium?
Okay. Doug, hold on. It's getting. Really feel it. Like you're gonna cry almost.
Today, we out on the waves. We almost lost a boat today, and I didn't know what to do. So,
Was that Cartman?
today was a bad day. We lost our haul. We lost old Jimmy to the sea in Davy Jones' locker. So we popped open the rum and pass.
They lost Jimmy to the Davy Jones locker.
Jimmy Jones locker?
We lost Davy. We lost Jimmy to Davy Jones' locker, don't you know? God damn it. God damn it. Why we repeat his name?
Doug, shut up. This is serious.
On the day. It was on that day. After losing Jimmy, I was hungry for Jimmy John's. I had a hankering for the Italian sub with extra pickle, extra mayonnaise. Wipe it on my butt. But the fish were jumping. I'm drunk. I'm tired. And I have seen things today.
And so I ate my Italian sub. And the vitamin deficiency came on. So I climbed up the rope ladder. Swan dived down in the sea. Woe is me.
Wrap it up.
Prayers in the air and seashells below me.
We're gonna miss Jimmy.
You want to? There he goes.
We're gonna miss Jimmy. He was the only boy who'd get up in that crow's nest. Best lookout we ever goddamn had. Where's that wrong?
All right. Adventures of the Drunken Sailor.
All right, 3-part harmony, and then we're out of here.
Yeah.
What do we do? An acapella?
Just hit one note.
Two-step green's dope.
Do.
Do.
You gotta hold it.
Okay. Do.
Hold on. What you just did was something.
Just not what we do.
I don't know what it. We're not doing the Fred Green. We're just hitting any
Okay. Oh, okay.
3-part harmony. You can just go do or do, whatever it is. Cam's gonna hit that harmony.
You can do big nasty panties.
Oh.
Okay, let's hear it.
Big.
Nasty.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Dick and Booties podcast.
right,
Let's give it up for Doug Gourley.
Emo.
Thank you, Doug.
So was that good?
We can't believe you stuck it out. We can't believe you had no doubt. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you again.